Hey Ernie, thanks for having us on your show today, Better Horses Network, and we're going to share our training tip with you for this week. This time of the year, middle of the summer, when people have been traveling a lot, going to performance events, rodeoing, barrel races, I see a lot of horses that start to get stiff in their rib cage. Well, anytime you put speed with your horse, you're going to lose some of that softness. Today I'm going to use this 3-year-old gelding that's in our sale coming up September 30th here at our facility. This is a real nice gelding, good bred, good looking, rides good. We've been roping on him a lot, and because of that he's become a little bit stiff in his rib cage, and today I'm going to show you how to loosen those horses back up that do that. I've had several horses come in for customers this last week too that are dealing with the same issue, and these are horses that are good performance horses. They're not horses that don't have foundation and horses that haven't been trained properly. They're just horses that over time you lose some of that softness in that rib cage when you put a lot of speed with anything. So with this horse here in particular, I rode him a little bit yesterday, and Wade's been roping on him a lot and heeling the smarty on him and heading the smarty on him, and for a 3-year-old he's outstanding as a rope horse already and a great prospect. But I noticed yesterday when I rode him that when I asked him to flex in that rib cage, what he wanted to do was stop moving his front feet and just swing his hind quarters around, a little bit like he's doing right there. Now the key to softening that horse in the rib cage is that I just want to pick up on that inside rein, and I'm squeezing this horse forward with both feet. I'm going to move him back out here a little bit so you can see better. But I start by squeezing this horse forward with both feet. Okay, I'm asking that front end to keep moving. You got to keep that front end moving for your horse to get soft in this rib cage. So I'm asking my horse to move forward, I'm squeezing him forward, and now I'm going to put a little more pressure on my inside foot than my outside foot. And just hold that contact on my inside rein, and watch when I come around here, when I press with my foot, how that slack comes into that rein right there. Well, yesterday when I was doing that, the only thing that was happening was he was wanting to pivot on his front end and swing his hind quarters out. And that's not what I want. I want this horse to stay bent in this rib cage. But the key here is when they bend in that rib cage and they soften in that face, you want this hind quarter to still stay under him. You don't want that hind quarter drifting out into no man's land, okay? So real simple exercise. Squeeze your horse forward. Keep your hands low. Tip your horse's nose to the inside slightly. Still squeezing him forward. I'm still squeezing this horse forward. Now when I roll my spur rowel just up that rib cage a little bit, you can see where this horse is starting to soften more in his face and get a better bend in his body. And we're still moving forward, and look where his hind quarter is. His hind quarter is still underneath him. You know, in the performance events, the roping events, barrel racing, for your horse to be successful, in my opinion, they have to be able to stay round vertically and round laterally. Okay, and this is an excellent exercise for both of those. Squeeze him forward, pick up on my rein, and now I'm just going to press with that inside leg. Key here is make sure you keep that outside leg against him also, so you squeeze your horse forward and keep your horse moving. See right there, he's kind of wanting to not keep he's not keeping his front feet moving as well, and he's wanting to move that hind quarter out. So I just keep squeezing him forward, pick up lightly on that inside rein, put my rowel, the rowel of my spur just against his rib cage. I'm not spurring him, I'm just touching that rowel against his rib cage, and I let him soften, and then let him ride out of it. That exercise there at a walk, trot, or a lope, or at a walk, trot, and a lope, If you can do that exercise and keep that horse soft and bend it in that rib cage and reinforce that fundamental, then when you put the speed back with it and you pick up on that rein and send that signal to your horse's mouth through your bit, you can get that softness back in their rib cage. When horses are running hard, it's real easy for them to get locked up in that rib cage, okay? You have to keep them soft in that rib cage if you're going to have nice, soft, smooth turns. And the same in, just like last night, we roped on a mare that's in our sale that's a really nice calf horse. I do the same exercise with her to help break her in that rib cage for the same reason as a calf going right or left, okay? You know, if she stays soft going to the right or soft going to the left, just like a team roping horse, it's going to be, your transition is going to be smoother and you're going to be faster and you're going to have more success. And when your horse is staying round and soft in that rib cage, they're going to be more relaxed. And when a horse is more relaxed, they're more athletic. That's my training tip for this week. Have a safe week of training, and I hope wherever you're at, you're cooler than we are in Weatherford, Oklahoma right now. It's been a hot week of training. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next week.